Hello, and welcome back to the SuperTuxPodcast. I am one of your hosts, Whipped Cream.
And I'm the other co-host, Chocolate Shake.
So, welcome back.
Yeah.
Everybody. Hope you missed us. It's been not as long as usual, so
Yeah.
hope you're happy with that. It's been a couple weeks, but you can deal with that.
Good thing we don't have an upload schedule, because we would be failing.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs an upload schedule?
True.
Listen, you can't rush art, okay? As that old man said in Toy Story 2, you can't rush art.
That's true.
See, if the old man said it, then it has to be true. But while we're on the subject of a lot of people's childhoods in our generation, let's talk about how we got into games, because that's a fun story for both of us.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to go first?
Oh, sure thing. Okay, so gaming, has always been kind of a thing that's, been around. And when I was younger, I used to always play, educational games because my parents were those types to where, you always got to play. You got to learn something,
Those can be fun.
So, yeah. But I remember we had a Leapster, and there's this game on it that I used to play all the time. I think it's called Fifth Grade or something like that. It's this platformer where you have to, go around and find stuff that answers these questions and whatnot. And I thought that was really fun because there was other games we had on it that, I used to play too, but none of them were actual games compared to that one, which was a 2D platformer actually pretty much. So I was like, oh, yo, this is cool. And then also we had a PS1 at the time. And mind you, I was born in the early 2000s. So, the fact that I had that, it was just a leftover from the 90s pretty much.
Yeah.
And we used to have, we had these Winnie the Pooh educational games that we used to play. I don't remember what you did in them. We also had these Elmo games where you play as Elmo and run around and collect numbers and things like that. It was stupid. And also we had Sesame Street Sports, underrated game, where basically, I don't even remember what the objective was, but you just do these sports where you go on these courses and just collect stuff. I don't know if there's anything educational to it. And I just remember there was Elmo with rollerblade, and there was Cookie Monsters canoeing or something like that. You can look it up. It was a very interesting game. And also Bob the Builder. I used to play that game a lot too. That was actually really fun because you could help build the Bob stuff. So I was just
Wait, but speaking of Bob the Builder, have you seen that new Bob the Builder design?
Oh my god,
that design is disgusting.
I watched the show. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes. I just could not feel it.
I didn't even try to watch the show. I'm just wow, this is terrible.
It is. And because the theme song is literally the same, but they tried to, update it and make it all hippie cool. So it's pull up the filter, what? It's so annoying.
Stupid.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but that's the new Bob the Builder design is not my pleasure. So let's not discuss that anymore.
Right. And good thing there's no game for that.
Thank God.
As of right now. But yeah, so I had pretty much always grown up to that, but since obviously we had a PS1, not everything I played was educational. We had other games, and I remember the main game that I can consciously remember playing first that wasn't an educational game was Crash Team Racing, and that game,
love Crash Team Racing.
So good. Even to this day, they finally remade it. For all major platforms. I don't know if it's on PC, but I know all the consoles.
Doesn't matter.
Right. And that's really fun. But even the original, recently I just went back to play that, and even when I had a PS3, I remember downloading it. That game is still really fun and solid. Better than Mario Kart, in my opinion.
That's true. It's more fast paced.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun.
It's
also harder.
Right. There's more skill to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot more tech and things like that.
And I think it's less randomized. Yeah. I don't think the items matter nearly as much as in Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. And the shortcuts are just if you know how to do shortcuts, you're goated.
Yeah, it's not like every shortcut in Mario Kart where you just need a mushroom to go across some grass.
Right.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah, those put you in the lead so much.
Except Mario Kart Wii.
That's true.
Mario Kart Wii had some skillful shortcuts.
That's true.
Grumble
volcano, hop on the volcano off the side.
That's so cool. I can never do it though.
Same. But yeah, that was pretty much from there. The main thing that kind of, started me getting really into gaming because, my sisters, they're both older than me, and when they were off going to school and stuff like that, and I was younger and I had to stay at home, that was kind of the main thing I did. But my parents always put a limitation on me, which I could only play for an hour every day. And at first, it was kind of annoying, but in retrospect, I'm actually kind of glad my parents did stuff like that, because then it helped me to actually find other things to do and not just rely on video games to give me my source of entertainment, but to actually, like, you know, be creative and do other stuff too. But still, I kind of wish it was a little bit longer. Like, maybe
hour's kind of short.
Yeah, because you can't really get anything done in an hour, especially if it's a story-based game.
Right.
Like, you can't really get anything
Finish
done.
the tutorial. Oh, time's up.
Right. It's like, oh my gosh. And I'm trying to think. So, yeah, from there, I remember playing other games like Hot Wheels Turbo Racing. I was really into race cars at the time when I was younger.
Oh, same.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I used to...
Got a bunch of Hot Wheels cars.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I used to have that on the PS1. What else did I used to play? Oh, Crash Bash. That's a party game.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, it can be. If you play with the right people, it's really fun.
Yeah, well, that's Mario Party also.
True. So let's see. I had that. Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness. That's really fun. The multiplayer is really fun in that too. Pac-Man World. What? No, what was that? What was that one game? Holy crap!
That one game. I know what you're saying. Can't remember that one game.
Oh,
I know what game it is. It's that one game.
I remember now. Need for Speed Hot Stakes. We used to have that.
Yeah, Need for Speed.
Yeah, I remember playing that a lot when I was younger because that had actual cars. That
Yeah,
was fun.
true.
And what was the last like major game that I used to play a lot? Oh, Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. Yeah, those were like the main games that kind of, you know, got me really into it. Then, other than that, my experiences were just like going over other people's houses and just trying other stuff. Like, I remember that was the first time I tried Mario Kart, played Mario Kart Wii. I remember even first trying the Wii over one of my friend's houses because he had it.
Me too, actually.
Yeah, it was so mind blowing to me at the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, it was cool.
And getting a DS and playing stuff on there. And yeah, it's kind of the beginning.
That's pretty good. I'm actually pretty different from you because I didn't start on console. I know you started on console. I started on PC, and not even on Windows. I started on Linux, which I don't know how many people know what Linux is, but it's an operating system that's not Windows, even though Windows is the most common. Because my dad like really likes Linux. He's a computer guy. It's like his job in real life. So he would like have Linux on our computers. And there were these games because, well, actually, what our podcast is named after, the mascot of Linux is called Tux. He's a penguin. He's the picture I put on every podcast. So these games were Tux games. The first games I ever played were Tux Racer, Tux Kart, and Super Tux. Super Tux was a platformer. Tux Kart was a kart racer, and Tux Racer was like this weird... It's like a game where you slide down a hill. Like you are Tux, you're a penguin, you're sliding down a
Okay,
hill.
I was going to say Tux Racer and Tux Kart.
Yeah, they're different.
I was like...
I always mixed them up too, but those were the first three I played, and they were all Tux related, so he kind of means a lot to me because of that. But other than that, I still... PC was really where I started, and then I like got a DS as really my first console, quote unquote. But, yeah, so we had the Tux games, and then there were probably other Linux games, but those were the main ones. And then I played a lot of browser games. I loved browser games.
Oh, yeah.
Addicting games, sites like that. That was fun. And then I played some free-to-play games like Toontown. Toontown wasn't free-to-play when it was Disney, but, you know, MMOs like Toontown and Wizard 101. Those were the stuff. And is there any... I don't remember any others.
See, but the real question is, did you ask for your parents' permission before going online?
I didn't.
Oh my gosh. You're so bad.
I told my dad after, he's like, oh, that's cool. Sometimes he played Wizard 101 with me, so it's cool. He liked that game too. We grinded Wizard 101.
Yeah, my parents would not have let me play that because they were very strict with things because they're very religious.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Which I am too, but I mean...
You're not like, oh, magic is evil. Like,
yeah.
Magic's not even real.
It's just, you know.
What's going on?
I was just like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
It's whatever.
But I understand.
But yeah, even speaking of browser games, I remember playing those too all the time before actually.
Games. They're so fun.
I remember Ultimate Sonic Flash. That was like the first.
Ultimate Sonic Flash.
Yeah, you could play it at on the computers at school. It's free.
Oh, yeah.
It goes by a bunch of different names, but yeah, I remember playing that a lot when I was younger because that was when I had first heard about Sonic because the first like instance of me running into him, I remember I was at a Giant Eagle with my mom, and they had a red box. And so she was like, "Oh, you can pick out a DVD." And so I was looking. I saw they had a DVD of Sonic X, and I'm like, "Yo, I don't know what this is, but this character looks dope. Like, I'm into that."
Sonic.
And so she was like, "You want a Sonic DVD?" Because I mean, she knew who Sonic was, and she was just like, "Wait, they have Sonic show? Like, what is this?"
Yeah.
And so I remember
Sonic X. I think that's the Sonic show I used to watch.
yeah, it's an anime, and it has like this little kid named Chris.
Was it on PBS at one point?
No, it was on CW4 Kids. It came on Saturday mornings.
You know what? That's what I watched it on. Yeah, I did watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I did watch that before I had cable.
Yep, came on at 8:00 every morning.
Yeah, I
on
love
Saturdays.
that show.
Yep, that's what I used to watch, and that's how I found out about him. And yeah, that's when I like started really liking the character, because again, I was really into race cars at the time, so I loved anything that went fast. And
Zoom.
So I was like, "Yo, this dude is moving." Like, all right, I'm into that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I still remember Sonic is even kind of what got me into Smash, because I remember I was at this church camp, and in the mornings, every morning they would have like they had this game room that was like completely filled with a whole bunch of game consoles and stuff like that. And I remember they had a Wii, and of course at the time, like, the Wii was the most mind-blowing thing to me, because like I said, I tried it at my friend's house. I was like, "Yo, this thing's crazy." So I was like, "Yo, let me see what these people are playing," because there's a whole bunch of the older kids over there, because I was in kindergarten going to first grade that summer, so I was like really young compared to a lot of the other people that might have been there.
Yeah.
And then they were playing Brawl on the Wii, Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Best Smash game.
And I was like, "Yo, what is this game?" And I'm just watching, and I see Sonic's in there. I'm like, "Yo, Sonic from Sonic X," because I didn't know he was a video game character.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, and I was like, my mind was going crazy. And I remember trying it, and like, I absolutely sucked. But then
That's fair.
I just kind of ended up figuring it out. I remember beating some of the older kids. What's up?
Let's go.
Because I used to use Sonic all the time. I was just like,
Sonic.
yeah, dude. And ever since then, I've kind of been a Sonic fan, because then I got Sonic Heroes when I had the original Xbox, and I played Sonic Rush on my cousin's DS on the bus.
Ooh.
And from there, I played like almost every mainline Sonic game ever since. So,
Yeah, too bad most of them were bad.
I mean, hey. I mean, they're either mediocre. Some of them are good. Some of them are okay. Some of them are mediocre, and some of them are bad.
Yeah, well, you know.
but they're always fun, even if they're bad.
Well, you're a big Sonic fan. For those of us who are mediocre Sonic fans, a lot of them are just not fun.
But you gotta give the right ones a shot. Like,
That's true.
I think everyone needs to try the adventure games and Sonic Unleashed. Those are like the best ones for me.
I mean, I really like Sonic Colors because it was the first Sonic game I had, but
yeah, I mean, Sonic.
That's me.
Okay, Sonic Colors is good. Everybody is like acts like that game was like the second coming of Christ, which,
well,
I mean,
no, it's really, there's a lot of trash aspects of it, like the voice acting,
the story,
but
writing.
like, I always really liked it because, well, I like the opening song.
Well, yeah. And I mean, the game is fun. It's just there's so much 2D. Like, it's a 3D Sonic
Yeah,
game.
that's
There's
true.
So much 2D. Like, when I was younger, I used to think that game was great, too, because that was the second Sonic game I got after Heroes, and that was the first game I ever got, like, after it recently just came out, like, within a few months of it coming out. That was, like, the first time I've ever done that. And I remember liking it, but then I went back to play it when I got older. I'm like, yo, there's so much 2D in this game. Like, I'm trying to run, dude. And it's like, I gotta do all this platforming. What the heck?
Welcome back to the Sonic Podcast.
Sorry.
This episode, we are spending an hour and a half talking about only Sonic, nothing else ever.
I mean, that's just it, though, you know? It's just been Sonic and Smash for me, you know, mostly.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I guess I moved around a lot more. I have a lot of games on Steam nowadays because I like diversity in my games.
I mean, yeah.
I have character loyalty also, but, you know.
Yeah, but see, in my household, when I could only really afford one console and I didn't have a PC, then I was like,
that's
and then my parents were really strict on everything on top of that.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, it was kind of like I had to stick to stuff, and Sonic was my thing.
Yeah, I mean, but, like, that's true. My thing was, like, a lot of I actually forgot an MMO I used to play. I played like 3 MMOs, not 2. Wizard 101, Toontown, and Free Realms, which was a Sony game. And I played that on PC. I didn't have a PlayStation, but I know it was on PlayStation. I really liked that game. Free Realms was really fun. I don't know what it was about it. Man, I miss all these MMOs. Wizard 101, I think, is the only one that was, like, still going. Like, I mean, I guess Toontown is remade by fans, but that's different.
Have you ever played, like, RuneScape or anything like that?
I have tried RuneScape for minutes. I'm like, I don't know. This game seems kind of cool, but, like, I don't know. I think I would have had to, like, really grow up with RuneScape, because I know people adore RuneScape. Like,
Yeah.
think it's the best thing ever because they grew up with it. And it's like, I mean, it looks fun, but, like, it's so polygon... Polygonal, there you go. That's the word, yeah. Polygonal, it's like, I mean, I'm, like, not a graphics geek or anything, but it's kind of bad.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate it for what it is. But.
Yeah, because I remember I watched this one video. It was like, I forget how long it was. It was like a really long video about this guy who was talking about how he feels like video games can really teach you like social interactions and how to deal with things. And he went through like his whole story of when he used to play RuneScape, and it was actually super interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like, wow, that was a really great story.
Hey, don't mind the keyboard clicks. My my PC decided to go to sleep. Apologies. Yeah, but yeah, RuneScape, it looks cool, and I'd like to like get more into it, but I've tried, and I just like I could play other stuff. There's just other stuff I'd rather play. And that's really a lot. That's a lot of times with MMOs. Like, Toontown is probably the MMO I play the most nowadays, but I don't play it much. I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like thinking. I'm going to play Toontown for an hour. And I'm like, this is really boring. I've done everything in this game. There's nothing else to do.
True.
And that's really what it is. Like, MMOs, once you finish everything, what do I do now?
Right. Gotta interact with the people.
Well, the people are annoying. Because on Toontown, it's all children or 30-year-old neckbeards. So... My bad. I don't want to talk to those people.
Do you want to throw a pie?
Yo.
Okay, so looking at your PC, I know Team Fortress 2 is like the one
Oh.
game that you spent
That's true.
massive amounts of hours on.
Okay, yeah, you're looking at my home screen here. That's actually true. Yeah, TF2 and Valve games in general, like, changed my life because, I don't know, when I found out about those, it was, like, in grade school. Maybe middle school. Yeah, middle school time. Something like 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. One of those grades. I don't know which one. But I found out about Valve games in general, and specifically Team Fortress 2, because that was the first Valve game I played. I was like, yo, this is so cool. The mechanics in this game are so fun. And it's like, it's what threw me into class shooters and loving class shooters. And I don't know, Team Fortress 2 just means so much to me because, like, in, back in middle school, I wasn't the most social person, and I was overweight, and, like, I mean, I had a couple friends, but, like, I wasn't really that branched out, so I would sit here and play TF2, and sometimes talk to people on there, like, it was just what I did.
Yeah.
And I did that with a lot of Valve games. I would just play Valve games, and it's kind of just what I did at that time, but...
Yeah, that's fair. That's kind of what I did in middle school, too, because... I transferred schools in middle school, so I have been at my elementary school since from kindergarten all the way to 6th grade, and finally, I had to leave and I went somewhere else. And most people from my school went to the same school because it kind of like led into this other school, and that wasn't what happened for me. And also, since it was a private school, and then how like when my parents are and things like that, like everything was like strictly Christian. So then going to a public school after all that was just like, it was a wake up call to me. And yeah, it was so crazy. Like, I still remember my first day of school was like the worst, like probably the worst day of my life. Like, I felt so terrible when that first day happened.
Oh yeah.
And I just remember at that time I just started getting like really like depressed, and then I wasn't like feeling like myself a lot at all. But I had gotten a Wii U in either 5th or 6th grade.
Nice.
And from that is when I started playing Smash 4. And
Smash 4 is so good.
Yeah.
I love Smash 4.
I remember like I put like crazy hours into that game. Even though I never actually like went to tournaments or anything until like the end of its life cycle. I mean, I used to play it online all the time, and that was pretty much the only thing that carried me through middle school because
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was a rough time. It was just
I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't even talk about Minecraft. I mean, everybody and their mother knows what Minecraft is. Like, Minecraft changed the world. Like, I didn't play Minecraft until, like, 1.2, which, like, you don't really know. You don't. Have you ever played Minecraft, really?
I've played
it, I'm sure, but you've never, like, gotten into it.
No.
Because, you didn't grow up with it. I feel like you really have to grow up with it to really get that connection with it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Minecraft, I wasn't really late to the party, but, like, I didn't start in beta or alpha or anything. I started when it was, a full game. But I just used to play that all the time as a kid with my friend. And we, like, would make servers. Like, my dad would set up servers for us when we play together. Because my dad's the best. He's just like, yeah, you want a server? Here, I'll play with you, too. Or I'll build something cool. My dad's, like, crazy at building in Minecraft. It's like, how are you so good at this? I never got it. I could never get good at building. But, yeah, Minecraft is just important to a lot of people. And I'm one of those people, so...
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I feel like I wish I could get into Minecraft, but like you said, it's just one of those things. Like, I feel like you had to grow up with it, kind of like Pokemon, which is the same thing for me. To where it's like, I can see the appeal, but it's just not for me. And then especially since like there's so many Pokemon now, I'm just like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what he does. Why is this? Blah blah blah. And then it's super effective. Wait, why?
For what reason?
Yeah.
I get that. But, yeah, I did grow up with both of those. But, like, also, I feel like you're not the most into open world games. I feel like, I mean, you like them, but, like, you're not an open world gamer. Like, open world is my favorite genre. I love open world so much. And Minecraft is so open. You can do whatever you want. I just love that.
And that's I think the main reason I'm not really is just because since I've pretty much always had Nintendo consoles every generation, they don't really have any of those.
Yeah.
So I've just never really... Because, I mean, my only experiences really of open world until I played, like, Breath of the Wild, really, was... like Spider-Man games pretty much, like playing like Spider-Man 2, Ultimate Spider-Man, which is probably my favorite Spider-Man game besides Spider-Man on PS4 now. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Spider-Man Web of Shadows, pretty much that was it. And I mean, I liked those a lot, but then it was still,
yeah, that's like half open world also, because like, I mean, it's open, you can go wherever, but you can't literally go wherever.
Right.
Like, you can't just break a building and go into the building. Like, in Minecraft, you can break whatever you want, go wherever. So, that's what that is.
Yeah, that was pretty much the main difference.
Yeah.
But also, I forgot, too, another thing that also really got me into gaming is that I remember when we had an Xbox, my dad used to have this football game. It was... ESPN NFL 2K5, and I still have that game to this day. I have it on my PS2 now because our Xbox broke. But best football game ever made. It's so great. And it just makes me so upset because that was made by Sega, so it was like the Sega Sports brand, and it carried over from the Dreamcast. But it's just the fact that EA got really like scared of the competition. They didn't want to improve the quality of Madden, so they just bought the rights to the NFL. So now they can't make any games.
That's the most EA thing ever.
Yeah.
EA has made 2 quality games in the past. No, 3. 3 quality games in the past 10 years. I swear. Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, and Apex are like the games I think are really good at EA. Everything else is repeated or not good.
Yeah.
I honestly like.
Yeah. Especially like with yearly releases of stuff, like when they do Madden every year and FIFA every year. And it's like,
it's really the sports games that are like just washed at this point. It's
right.
Like, okay, just do something different. It's literally a roster change and maybe a graphics upgrade, and that's it.
Yeah, and even at that, it's really only a graphics update at the beginning and end of a generation. Because other than that, it's like they pretty much look the same. It's just rotate the roster. Yeah. It's like, why can't we just get patches for that, like paid DLC or something like that?
Exactly. I could still be on FIFA 2010 or whatever. It'd be like the same thing if you just add DLC.
Yeah, and especially since now everything's turning like a game as a service now. I think they should just do FIFA 2K blank, and then just like it'll be just that, and it'll just stay whatever. Not so like it won't be like FIFA 2010 or FIFA 2012. It'll just be FIFA 2K for 2000 in general.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, and it just keeps it like that. Or 2K10 ... whatever.
Yeah, that could be good. That, or if they just made like FIFA PS4. Like one FIFA game for every generation. And then just add it onto it for that whole generation, then make a new one for the next generation.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Yeah, that would just be better if they just called it for the console.
I mean, I think that would work better. Like, I mean, both of them would work better than what they do, but
Yeah.
I think that would be good because we get one FIFA game. If you really like FIFA, just get all the add-ons or whatever.
Yeah, because it just seems like it's so like money consuming and time consuming to
that's EA.
Yeah,
EA's here to suck your money.
to just make the same thing every year.
Yeah, exactly, and it works. People buy it. It's like, okay, if you really like FIFA, that's cool. If you're into soccer, I get it. But like every year,
Yeah,
like even Call of Duty fans, I really like Call of Duty. And I don't buy every year because I probably will at this point because Modern Warfare I really like. But I didn't buy every year for a long time. But I still like the game. But they change every year for the most part. Like, it's not the same, literally the same thing every year. It's a new game.
Yeah. Like, there's different maps, weapons, and then just setting and everything. Especially with the campaigns, too.
Right.
And the zombies, how everything changes up every time. And even at that, like, when they first added zombies in World at War.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy.
I literally didn't think zombies were in World at War because I had it on the Wii. So they didn't have zombies.
Oh my God.
World at War on the Wii, let's go.
I still believe you never played a Call of Duty on a DS before.
No, I haven't. I'm okay with it. I'm alright.
Oh my God.
The Wii was bad control enough for me. It's okay.
I still remember one of my friends, he used to like love Call of Duty, but he didn't have a console to play it, so for his birthday party I got a Modern Warfare 3 on the DS.
Oh man, Modern Warfare 3. I like Modern Warfare 3, but I don't know if I'd like it on the DS.
Yeah, it's an experience.
That'd be something.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even get to the main point about the sports games, but I remember my dad had one of his cousins and one of his friends was like his best friend. Like they used to like meet up every week and play that game. And from there, that's how I learned everything about football that I know. So everyone's like, wow, you know a lot about football. It's like, it's only because of the video game.
That's fair.
I used to watch him play it all the time, and I would always ask him questions about how things worked and stuff like that. Yeah. And then ever since then, I've like known a whole bunch about football. And
I should just get a football game. Learn about football. People wouldn't judge me anymore.
Yeah, it's actually like, I wouldn't say it's super duper easy, but I mean, it's not as hard as people think it is to understand.
Yeah. I mean, I know some about football. I'm not clueless, but I don't know. I don't know advanced stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can watch it and be like, oh yeah, he's doing that.
Yeah. Or the other thing you could do, NFL Street.
NFL Street.
Yes, dude, that game is so fun. It's so much fun. It's like more arcadey, and it's like everyone's just like dressed down in normal like street clothes and stuff, and you play in like different types of streets. But you got different stuff where you can do like turbo boosts and you can jump off of walls and things like it's out of whack. It's so fun though. I love that game. NFL Street 2 is like,
look at these recommendations.
It's so fun.
Hey, free advertising for these companies. There you go.
Yo, I mean, hey, EA Sports big. They did it.
Who
big.
wants to sponsor us?
They used to do it big. Now they don't, but they did.
They did. Back in the day.
Right.
The golden age of EA. Oh, you talked about Need for Speed earlier. I wanted to say something about Need for Speed. Another MMO that I played, actually. Need for Speed had an MMO, which I forgot about. It's called Need for Speed World. Which, I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it was like, it was an MMO, but you're always in a car. Like, it's Need for Speed and MMO combined. And it was really fun. You could just, like, race with a bunch of other people online and, do missions or whatever. Get new cars. It was cool.
Yeah.
I like that game.
They
took it down.
That's stupid.
I'm mad.
I kind of like when racing games do stuff like that. Like Burnout Paradise. I used to play that at my friend's house all the time. That game was really fun. And we used to, because he had a steering wheel that he would attach his PS3.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
So we would do that, and we act like we're having family road trips with his sister. And it was so fun because we were just always getting wrecks and stuff like that. And the Burnout series, like the most fun thing about it is that when you get in wrecks, like it gives you a slow mo that's extremely detailed on how the car gets broken up. It's so fun.
Isn't it like the goal of the game to like wreck your car as much as possible?
No, you're really trying to wreck other cars while winning races. And since it's open world, then you have different missions or you do different stuff. But it's to do that. But that is the selling point, though, that when you wreck your car, it's like it gets destroyed.
That does look fun.
It is. It's super fun. And they just recently remastered it, too.
Oh, that's cool.
On all major consoles, so I might get it on Switch pretty soon.
That's not a bad idea, yeah.
Yeah. Especially since it's only like $40, I think.
Oh, also Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi.
Yo,
so good.
I love Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi in the arcade. Oh.
Yeah.
First time I played it, when you showed me at Cedar Point in the arcade, Crazy Taxi, I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. I played it. This is great.
Yeah.
I want this. Can I bring this machine home, please?
Hey, get a Dreamcast. Oh, actually,
Well, that's not the same though. See, I like the wheel and the.
That's true.
It was actually fun. But yeah, I'm sure it's fun on the Dreamcast too.
Yeah, because that's the arcade perfect port, and then they ported that over to all the major platforms like Xbox 360 and stuff. So it's on the online store on there.
Oh yeah.
To get arcade perfect port.
Good thing I don't have a 360 anymore. I shouldn't have sold that. I hate that.
That's another thing too, because gaming is just so expensive.
Yeah.
So like back in the day, always having to trade in games and
It makes me sad. Yeah. I miss my DS, my DSi, that I found in a car. I think it was a rental car. Found that DSi in a rental car. That was the best find ever. It's like, yoink, mine now. Oh man, I use that thing so much.
The only thing I found Mario Party DS, my copy of that I found in my godfather's car, and it was sitting in between the thing that scoots the seat back, like the little railing at the bottom where it limits how far the seat can go. Yeah. And I was like, "Yo, if I get this out, can I keep it?" He said, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, I was working so hard to get it. I was literally sitting there for like 15 minutes trying to get it, and I finally got it. I was like, let's go. Free game.
That's a win. That's a big win. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean. There you go. There's the story. How we became such nerds.
Yeah.
Could my computer not go to sleep again? There we go. All right, we're good. So, thanks everybody for watching, listening, not watching. Who watches a podcast?
True.
Listening to the podcast. This has been the SuperTuxPodcast. We will see you all next time. I love you all. Peace out.
Dolphs.